someone else, like
Betsy Ross.
Betsy Ross.
Finally, who moves out the first American flag? Tell us about the to turn around the world.
And now, everybody, here she is, the seamstress of revolution.
The Empress of embroidering.
The guru of needlework, Betsy Ross.
Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo. Tell us how your sewing helped us win the war. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. The tales you told me before. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Shooby-dooby, shooby-doo-shoo. Tell us how you tailored the boot at Valley Forge. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. The one how you saved George. Tell us how you knitted muskets. I felt it was my dream. And then crocheted cannons. That one was beauty. Oh, it sparkled. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. Come on, Betsy, tell us. Tell us how your sewing helped us win the war. Tell us, Betsy, tell us. The tales you told before. Did you know about the revolution again, Betsy? Oh my, it's been so many years. Please. Okay, a good place to start is when England defeated French and Spain in a long war.
My dad told me about that, how the colonists helped the British beat the French here in America in 1763.
Yes, the First Indian War was just a small part of much bigger conflict, a passionate world politics, and how King George got bloated.
Tremendous news, Your Majesty. We won the 7 Years' War.
Well, it's about time. We've been fighting for how many years now?
7.
It's quite the coincidence, isn't it?
Yes, my lord. A victory is especially beneficial for our prospects in America.
America! How splendid! Did we get any of those fur hats? You can't beat America for fur hats.
Even better, Your Majesty.
Better than fur hats? You don't mean. Fur sunglasses?
Your Majesty, the return of the French had most of America. They turned north as ours, as well as Florida and everything east of the Mississippi.
Our empire has never been bigger. We rule the seas. Our colonies are rich and well organized. England is the most powerful country in the world.
That's right, Your Majesty. You the man.
Who the man?
You the man.
Who the man?
You the man.
Rootin' tootin' right, I'm the man.
We saved old Spain. We fought the French. We whipped the world. Yeah, we're a mensch. Our colonies are our great joy. Hey, America, our favorite toy. And it's great to be an empire. Everyone shines your shoes. And it's great to be an empire. Nobody can refuse. It's great to be an empire in its early ways, in its early ways. It's great to be an empire, 'cause it pays. It's great to be an empire in its early days, in its early ways. It's great to be an empire, 'cause it pays. What do they mean, because it pays? Does being an empire come with like a salary or benefit or stuff like that? Even better. Evil is an overdebt for over 140 million pounds. King George and Parliament figured out the colonies can help pay their bills. 140 million pounds? Wow, you'd have to die for like months to lose that. Pounds in English money, dear. King George and the Parliament like to seriously act in putting duties and taxes on cars. But 1767, the colonists were not very happy.
Mr. Otis, what's the latest? John Adams, I'm glad I ran into you. It's another British outrage. They passed a Townsend Act reporting on just about everything. Sugar Act.
I know it. The British just can't get their acts together. I love what you said. What was it? Taxation without representation is exploitation?
Tyranny.
What?
I said tyranny. Taxation without representation is tyranny.
You did? Doesn't really rhyme though, does it?
It's not supposed to rhyme. It's an aphorism.
Of course, but the good ones rhyme. Take Ben Franklin's maxim. He that goes a borrowing goes a sorrowing. Little strokes fell great oaks.
Cloud deep while slaughtered sea.
Okay, I get it. The point is the British aren't treating us as equals, but as subjects.
You're right. This has got to stop.
They're taxing my coffee, my paper, my wine. They're paying for theirs with what ought to be mine. They're taxing my glass and everything I see. They call them levies. They feel like a tax to me. They're taxing my sugar, they're taxing my paints. I don't think there's nothing I've got that they ain't. They're taxing my tax and adding on a fee. They call them duties, they feel like a tax to me. Taxation, taxation, without representation. It's not right time to fight. La la la. Taxation, taxation, without representation. It's not right time to fight. La la la. The Hat Act, the Wool Act, the Iron Act too. The Townsend Act, Greenville Act, what can we do? So what else is left? They wouldn't touch my teeth. They call it acts, but they feel like a tax to me. Taxation, taxation, without representation. It's not right time to fight. La la la. Taxation, taxation, without representation. It's not right time to fight. La la la.
This is the last straw, my fellow Bostonians.
Get down, Sam.
We fought the Townsend Act. We refused to import English goods and pay the duties. And what did they do?
They sent warships into our harbor.
And did we give up?
Never.
What about the Boston Massacre?
Right, the British shot and killed 3 unarmed colonists.
And did we give up?
Never.
And finally, in 1770, they had to repeal the Townsend Act.
Yeah.
But here we are, 3 years later. They passed the Tea Act. Are we going to keep paying a tax on tea?
Never.
They've shipped 500,000 pounds of tea to America, driving down the price of tea. Are we going to buy it? Well, are we?
Come on, Miss Travis, we've got a house full of tea.
Yeah, I mean, we're only human.
And the prices are so low.
Listen to me. Today it's tea, tomorrow it's sugar, and the next day it's those nice fuzzy slippers with the bunny ears that keep our feet so cozy in the winter.
Not our slippers!
Yes, your slippers. How long are we going to keep letting the British kick us around? It's time for action.
Right.
It's time we stop calling soccer football.
Right.
It's time we start riding on the right-hand side of the road.
Right.
It's time we dressed as natives and dumped those 342 chests of tea into the harbor.
Right. I can't believe the colonists destroyed all that tea.
Yes, in England they destroyed a ship, its tea, and all the rest of its cargo.
Wow, King George must have been really mad.
Oh, England was really getting influence in town. They closed down the Boston Harbor, put restrictions on town meetings, and had trials for officials who killed colonists or sent back to England. Fix your horse and football at your home. John Jay, you look like you're about to bust a stitch.
I've been trying to knit a sweater for my dachshund and something's gone terribly wrong.
Oh my, let me take a look at that.
But Betsy, what did we do after the British got the Boston Harbor? We called the First Continental Congress.
Were you there, Mr. Jay?
Sure was. 55 men gathered, including John and Sam Adams, George Washington, and Patrick Henry.
I know not what others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death.
Whoa, was that Patrick Henry?
Johnny Carter.
Did all colonists want independence?
Well, at that point, we just wanted legislation repealed. We called a complete boycott of all British goods. But when our petitions were rejected, we began collecting muskets.
Oh, and that's when the British decided to send troops to Boston to seize weapons and arrest colonial leaders, right?
And thus, the famous writer Paul Revere.
Hear, hear, on this day of July 4th, 1776, the Second Constitutional Convention Congress is now in session in the Independence Hall of Philadelphia. The Honorable John Hancock is presiding.
Tom Jefferson. Where's John Hancock?
Oh, I said not to go get coffee cake.
Coffee cake?
With a Continental Congress without a continental breakfast.
Hardly some coffee. Delicious individual right thing.
Yeah, but he's been acting a bit strange since we decided to endorse the Declaration of Independence.
A brilliant document, Tom. And now we must all hang together, or assuredly we shall all hang separately.
It's been over a year since first shots were fired between us and the British. A month later, we decided to have George Washington stand at the head of the Continental Army. We've been at war unofficially ever since.
King George has rejected our efforts at reconciliation.
Yeah, Tom Payne put it nicely when he said, "These are the times of time and souls."
Yes, that was well put.
Oh, look out, here comes John Hancock.
Where is it? Where is it?
What are you looking for?
The Declaration of Independence. It's quite exciting, isn't it? You bet. Now where is it? It's here in Tom's head. He wrote it. Tom never said that bit about self-evident truths again.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, that's great. Where's the parchment itself? I'm ready.
John, I told you this morning the final document won't be ready for a month or so.
Well, I'm ready. I've been practicing. But it's still in Tom's head.
Well, then I'll sign his forehead. Get over here!
Ah!
Did the colonists really think they could defeat the British Empire?
Well, we did have a few challenges.
I'll say the colonists distrusted each other. And don't forget, there is no central authority to raise money for taxes. And the army was nearly impossible to keep together.
True, but the British soldiers were 3,000 miles away from them and had a huge area to try to control.
And they had second-rate generals, while the colonists had George Washington, who turned out to be a fantastic leader. And there was hundreds of thousands that remained loyal to England. But you're forgetting one of the biggest advantages.
I was wondering, when you remember?
What? My flag, of course. I tried to put them into a red, white, and blue launch chair and make it all ready to
Those are only limited to a flag.
Oh, Betsy, your food was wonderful, but I was talking about how the colonists fought dirty.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I meant they were literally dirty. They blended in the scenery. I tell you, it is right. They should stand up and fight like we do.
Yeah, instead of sneaking around with those fur cats and deerskin coats on flag life, you can't even see them. It isn't fair.
I mean, look at us, all polished up bright and red. They can see us coming miles away. That's the proper way to fight.
Exactly. We stand up straight and run our turn to shoot and be shot at. Gentlemanly, none of this.
Hold on to them. You won't find one of them men sneaking up on me. No siree.
In the brush, on the ground, we are here all around. In the street, in a tree, fish can't find me, boys, fish can't find me, fish can't find me. You're not front like a man. In the leaves, under roots, in your tents, in your boots, over here, in your tea. Fish can't find me, boys, fish can't find me, fish can't find me.
Good evening, folks. Welcome again to the History Channel's Home Shopping Network. Alice, what do we have for our customers tonight?
Bert, tonight we have a memorabilia from the American Revolutionary War.
Excellent. Well, let's get right to it. We've got over 6 years of war to choose from. We're fighting in every colony and more than every country war back.
Our first item number, J57, is a boot from John Burgoyne, the British general who lost the battle in Saratoga.
His boot? Well, I'm guessing we don't have any of those left.
Just two. They come from the famous battle in 1777 that gave the colonists a badly needed boost.
Smell that, Alice?
What?
Go on, take a whiff. Do you know what that smells like?
A really, really old boot?
No, it smells like victory. And you too can have victory from a victory. by phoning us right now to purchase General Boyong shoes. Defeat, get it? Defeat. So what's happening to him over there, Alex?
This is B65, a snowball from Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, where George Washington and his army were forced in a devastating winter.
These things are going fast, folks.
We sold out in just 15 minutes the last time we offered these at the unbelievable try-me price.
One per customer, please.
We have just a few minutes before our entire stock completely melts under these studio lights.
We've got a satisfied customer on the phone. Hi there, who are you and where are you calling from? And tell us how much you like your snowball.
Hello, am I CL?
You sure are.
I'm Conti de Rochambeau. I'm from France.
How wonderful, General Rochambeau, who arrived from France in 1780 with over 6,000 troops to aid the colonists. French's help was successful during the war.
Russian boys say, didn't you win the Triple Eclairs?
No, I was the commander of the French army at Yorktown alongside George Washington and his men. I thought you should know that.
Terrific. So tell us how much you like your snowball. You probably serve it with some fancy French sauce. Am I right?
No, I'm general, not a chef.
This French cook's so modest.
Our next incredible item is being brought to us right now by John Paul Jones.
Hi, Alice. I hope they're making Navy good soon. England defeated one of the British ships off the coast of England.
So what's that you've got there?
This is a boat from the coat British General Cornwallis is wearing when he surrendered to George Washington on French Isles of Yorktown in 1781. It's a lovely breast fish shouldn't have been safe.
Amazing. Hold it up so our viewers can get a good look at it.
Wow!
Don't you give that back, you traitor. Not yet begun to fight.
I guess that'll do for us too. Good night.
And stay tuned. Next on the American History Channel, we have a new documentary on Grover Cleveland. Man, Myth, City, or Sesame Street Puppet.
So what happened after the British surrendered, Mr. J?
Oh no, Ben Franklin and John Adams worked out the Treaty of Paris in 1783. The British gave all land from the Mississippi River to the Atlantic Ocean from the Great Lakes to Spain, Florida.
That's great.
But it was complicated. The Articles of Confederation, which have been the basis for central government, intentionally gave little power to Congress.
Couldn't they do anything?
Not much. Let's listen to the colonists.
What more could we ask for? We've got 13 independent states and a loose confederation. There's no executive branch in the central government. We don't need another king around here.
But Congress has no power.
Exactly, it's perfect. All up to the individual states.
I don't know. Are you sure this is a good thing?
What can go wrong?
13 little countries, how great. 13 little countries, can't wait. There's no more King of England, just throwing round his weight. 13 little countries, yahoo. 13 little countries, brand new. There's no federal government to tell us what to do. 13 foreign policies, 13 kinds of laws. 13 sets of boundary lines, it kind of gives you a pause. 13 little armies, 13 ways to fight. 13 major headaches, now no relief in sight.
is now in session in Philadelphia. The Honorable George Washington is presiding. Good afternoon, Mr. Hamilton. Good afternoon, Mr.
Oh, yes, good afternoon. James, we have important decisions to make.
Yes, we do, Alexander. Look out, Sam. I was just joking. I love doing that.
That's not funny.
Alexander, lighten up a little. We're making good progress. We've already agreed the three branches of government. The legislative, executive, and judiciary are balancing and checking each other.
Yes, a wonderful thing, but there are even more important matters. I need your advice.
What's on your mind, Alexander?
You know I favor a strong central and now I'm faced with a huge decision.
What is it?
Which do you think is more impressive, my left profile or my right?
What?
When we start printing money, I am just dying to get my picture on one of the bills. George Washington has already claimed the one of them, so I'm shooting for the 10. Personally, I think my left side makes me look hard. What do you think?
Alexander, that's not exactly what by lightening up a little. We have real issues here. Look, the big states and small states cannot agree on how to be represented in Congress.
We big states have more people. We are not going to just share equally with you small states.
Yeah, we're not going to start with proportional representation in both houses of Congress. We're just as important as you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Small states, all they did was shout. We just wanted our share, but the big states tried to squeeze us out. That would only be fair. They said blah, 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 blah. They drove me out of my mind. They said blah, 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 blah. I thought we never would find the great compromise. The great compromise. The great compromise. Then we came up with a scheme. Congress split into two houses, neither one of them supreme. One each for me and you. House of Representatives. They gave the big states a break. Then we made the Senate too. It got the small states to make the great compromise. The great compromise. The great compromise.
So that's why we have one legislative body, the House, that has more proportional representation. The bigger states have more congressmen.
And the other house, the Senate, gives the same number of representatives to each state, no matter how many they live there.
That's right, like so much else in our Constitution, it's a compromise. So on April 30th, 1789, George Washington was sworn in as president in the temporary capital of New York.
Wow, what a great story.
As my friend Brent Franklin said at the time, our Constitution is an actual operation. Everything appears to promise that it'll last, but nothing in this world is more certain but death and taxes.
I have Franklin's stove, you know. Doesn't it look a bit like him? Here you go, Dave.
Thank you, I knew you could fix it. Now I gotta go show Lafayette.
The French general will fight for the colonists?
No, my dachshund.